Limbs and torsos covered in blood, dead eyes stare upward. This is a human being. Look what they did. Look what the police did.
This video contains themes of police brutality and violence. Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Omodele Salu, and if you're here, that means you're invested in true crime content as much as I am. So welcome, take a seat. I am going to be posting a lot of content like this, so if this is something that you like, please like, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you can get notified when I post a new video. Sorry, what is... Okay, ignore my shirt. I don't have the power to change, and I don't want to anyway. So why am I sweating on weird? The weather is cold. Why am I sweating in the first place? Anyway, now that all that is out of the way, let's get right into today's case. This case is so annoying, and you're going to get, just prepare yourself to get so angry. Ifeanyi Ozo was originally from Ezeagu in Enugu State, which is in the southeast part of Nigeria, but he was raised in Zamfara State, which is in the northwest region of Nigeria. After years of learning the trade, Ifeanyi finally became a car parts trader at the Apo Mechanics village in Abuja, which is Nigeria's capital. Ifeanyi was said to be really hardworking. He was just in his mid-20s and he was the breadwinner of his family, having to cater for himself, his 5 siblings, and possibly other family members too. He had this group of friends he hung out with. They were all in their early to mid-20s, and they were also traders at the Apo Mechanics village. So I'm just going to be calling their names. We have Chinedu Meniru, we have Anthony Uwonkike, we have Paulinus Ugbona, and finally we have Ekene Mbe. Ifeanyi also had a girlfriend. Her name was Augustina Arebu. Although they had just met and started dating, Ifeanyi was so invested in this relationship. He was so happy with the relationship. His younger brother Elvis even said that the relationship was pretty new, but the way Ifeanyi talked about Augustina, he just knew that she is the one. Ifeanyi's friends were so happy for him that he had found someone that he really liked and that he was happy in general. And they decided that when Augustina came over for a visit, they'll make sure that she got an unforgettable visit. On the night of the 7th of June 2005, Augustina arrived in Abuja from Benin City, and Ifeanyi and his friends took her to the Mirage Hotel at Port Harcourt Street off Gambia Street, Garki, Abuja. They were out and having fun, having the time of their lives. They were 6 in number, by the way, so Ifeanyi and his 4 friends. So Ifeanyi, Chinedu, Paulinus, Anthony, Ekene, then we have Augustina, so 6 in number, right? They were minding their damn business when the Deputy Commissioner of Police, I'm saying this slowly so you guys can process it. So the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Ibrahim Danjuma, started to make romantic advances at Augustina. And of course, Ifeanyi and his friends were not having this, so there was like a small argument. And when Augustina turned out the advances of Ibrahim Danjuma, he got so angry and left. Now, I wish I could tell you all that this is where the case ends. I wish I can tell you all goodbye, see you for the next one and all of that, but sadly I can't because there's still a lot. From now onwards, I'm going to be using a lot of allegedly, even when I do not put allegedly, when I'm talking about something that Ibrahim Danjuma did, you'll just put allegedly, please. This is a quick disclaimer, there's going to be allegedly everywhere. So, allegedly, Ibrahim Danjuma went to the checkpoint at the end of the street and told the officers on duty there that he had sighted a group of armed robbers in the area. Meanwhile, back at the hotel, the group of 6 decided they were done partying and it was time to head home, but they would never make it home alive. When they got to the Gambia checkpoint, Ibrahim Danjuma allegedly told the officers to block their car and ordered them to start shooting. According to reports though, there was like a small argument before Ibrahim Danjuma gave the order. 4 of them, Ifeanyi, Chinedu, Paulinus, and Ekene, died instantly. Augustina and Anthony did survive the initial attack, and I'm thinking that they had some gunshot wounds. Not severe, but they probably did. And instead of these officers to take them to the hospital, they took them to the police station for questioning. Not long after, they were both killed by two police officers who claimed they tried to escape from custody. When Ifeanyi's younger brother Elvis got to Apo Market the next day, so June 8th, to check on his brother, he saw that there was an unusual crowd and nobody could look him in the eye, and they were just giving him these awkward glances. So he said, at first nobody said anything until a reliable friend called me aside and told me that my brother was shot. We then went to the Gaki police station only to confirm that he was dead. Ever since then, I'm yet to recover from the shock I felt that moment. When the news broke on the morning of June 8, 2005, people were furious. Almost everybody, if not everybody, believed that the victims were innocent, and so riots started to break out. There were protests, they were targeting the Apo and Gaki police station because people needed answers. They wanted to know what actually happened. Let's not even talk about the families of the victims, the families that were denied justice and the bodies of their loved ones because the police officers had buried them at the back of their station to cover their tracks. These 6 young people were killed by the people that were put there to protect them, and nothing was done about it until months later, when a panel of inquiry set up by the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Olusegun Obasanjo, ordered that their bodies be exhumed to enable them run an autopsy. Now, the autopsy results. I'm going to get so mad talking about this part, so mad, and you guys probably will too, so let's get mad together. In the police report, the officers claimed that the victims were engaging in a gunfire battle with them at a distance, so they had to shoot them to defend themselves. But the autopsy results showed that the victims were shot at a very close range. And look, you're saying that they engaged in a gunfire battle with you. How come you managed to kill all of them and there were no casualties on your end? I know for a fact that the Nigerian police are not that good, so. And Augustina was also strangled, so you guys could get close enough to overpower her, place your hands around her neck and strangle her, but not close enough to overpower her, handcuff her and take her to a more secure room. The Judicial Panel of Inquiry set up by former President Olusegun Obasanjo found the police account to be false and recommended the trial of Ibrahim Danjuma and the 5 officers involved in the killings. The 6 indicted officers were Danjuma Ibrahim, Uthman Abdulsalami, Nicholas Zakaria, Ezekiel Acheneje, Baba Emmanuel and Sadiq Salami. The 5 accused officers, along with 8 other police witnesses, testified that Ibrahim Danjuma ordered the killings. All the officers involved were placed on suspension, and after more than a decade, after the families of the victims had to suffer financially and emotionally, still suffering by the way, the court proceedings were finally released, and it just proved what the general public already knew, that the Apo Six, so Ifeanyi Ozo, Augustina Aribo, Chinedu Meniru, Anthony Uwonkike, Paulinus Ogbonna and Ekene Ngbe were innocent. Only 2 of the 6 police officers involved were convicted and sentenced to death on the 9th of March 2017 in a landmark judgment of the Federal Capital Territory High Court, Abuja. But the presiding judge, Ishaq Bello, claimed there was not enough evidence to convict Ibrahim Danjuma, who, by the way, allegedly ordered the shootings. While all of this was going on, Ibrahim Danjuma was being reinstated into the police force and even rewarded. In that same year, by the way, 2017. According to Sahara reporters, the reinstatement was approved by the Police Service Commission, which relied on the judgment of the court that freed him after finding him not culpable. DCP Ibrahim Danjuma will be paid the arrears of his salary dating back to the 18th of June 2005 and sent on a refresher course. And if you're sitting there listening to me talk about this case and you're thinking, this is the end, right? How bad can it get after this? It cannot get much worse than this. Well, how about a double promotion for the man that allegedly ordered the shootings was? In December of 2017, Ibrahim Danjuma was given a double promotion. So from the Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCP, to the Commissioner of Police, CP, and then to the Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIG, all in a month. The families of the victims received a 3 million naira settlement, which is really small considering what happened. Their lawyer, Omodele Salu, was trying to get it up to 200 million because the victims were like 25 years old and below, and also most of them were like responsible for their families. So when you think about it, what can 3 million naira actually do? But the lead counsel of the Nigerian police, James Idachaba, argued that the matter had been comprehensively laid to rest by both the then Judicial Panel of Inquiry and the Federal Capital Territory High Court, presided over by the immediate past Chief Judge of the Federal Capital Territory High Court, Ishaq Bello. And of course, I cannot end this case without mentioning NSAS and the Burna Boy incident. I'm not going to get into NSAS because I feel it should be a case on its own. I don't want to make this video really long. So you guys let me know. I'm going to post some links in like the description box. But you guys let me know if you want me to go into details. It's probably going to be like 2 hours long. But let's get into Burna Boy. You all know Burna Boy, right? You all love Burna Boy. I don't like him, and I'm sure there are people in the comment section waiting to attack me, or no one is there. Anyway, on the 8th of June, on the 8th of June, sorry, that was when this happened. So one of the victims, she has actually come forward to talk about what happened. And yeah, so I'm just going to be reading her Instagram post, or I think this is stories. I'm sorry, Gen Z. I am now officially a millennial. Okay, so let's go. We were visiting Nigeria from America and London for our childhood friend's wedding on the 8th of June 2022 at Burna Boy Graham and his friends. When she says friends here, she's not just talking about his friends, she's talking about his security team too, and among those were actual police officers, Nigerian police officers. So Burna Boy and his friends opened fire at us at Cubana, Lagos. My partner and his friend were shot, with both needing urgent medical care. A bullet grazed my partner's head and our friend was shot in the thigh, leaving him hospitalized and needing an emergency surgery in Nigeria. Around 3 a.m., I went to the Cubana club with some of my friends. We were there for a couple of hours celebrating the newlyweds. We were about 20 at the club and we were having a nice time in the VIP section. We were laughing, drinking, and having a good time. Burna Boy and his friends came in. Again, his friends, not just his friends, also his security team, and they were like Nigerian police officers amongst them. So yeah, we were still there having fun. As the night progressed, one of Burna Boy's friends walked to talk to me. His request was for Burna Boy to talk to me. On that first attempt, I told him I wasn't interested in talking to Burna Boy and I am married to my partner. He came again the second time and was met with the same response. He came the third time and that caused a few of our friends to flare up as they asked why he kept coming to disturb me. There were words back and forth, and one of Burna Boy's friends attacked one of our friends, and as they attacked him, the situation degenerated into a fight. Even after leaving the club to the safety outside, or at least I thought I was safe, the same man that initially approached me on behalf of Burna Boy saw me and said, "Oh, you're the one that was doing Shakara, Abi," then reached into his bottoms to get something resembling a gun. Luckily, at this point, my friends found me and pulled me away just in time. He retracted and got into a car and left. The shootings happened twice at different times. His friends were also shooting at people trying to evacuate the club through the main entrance. My partner's head was bleeding profusely and his friend lost so much blood that he needed a donor as soon as he got to the hospital. She also said that she's having random flashbacks and nightmares, which is so sad. And also that one thing that bothers her is the lack of remorse and accountability. We should bother everyone, but the way Nigerians are responding to this incident. Nigerians, as you know how bad police brutality is in Nigeria. I mean, that was the entire reason for the EndSARS protest in 2020 that had people dying. Nigerians, as you know more than anyone, that law enforcement officers should not be allowed to misuse their power in any way, are coming forward to say things like, basically she asked for it, so why was she dressed like that? What is a kept woman doing in a club? She was probably making eyes at Burna Boy, so decided to hit on her. So none of this is Jafef's fault, none of this is Burna's fault. It is the girl, the innocent one, that was just minding a damn business in the club. Most times, not sometimes, most times I feel we want the country to remain as it is with all the corruption and everything, so that when we get rich and when we get to a certain position, when we get a certain amount or level of power, we can also misuse it, to treat people that we don't like that like shit. Because why are we not drag? Why are most people justifying what Burna Boy did? Why are we not dragging him more? Why is he not getting any consequences? Why? Why are we blaming the victims? I'm honestly tired of thinking about the crazy things that happen in Nigeria and how we enable it. So and that brings us to the end of today's case. You all take care of yourselves. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done that already, and I'll see you for the next one.